The best things about living in northern Utah or the greater Salt Lake City area. If you're looking at making a move to Utah and the greater Salt Lake City or northern Utah area, then this list is one you want to hear about some of the top 7 reasons why people love living in the area. So let's jump right into it. So there's a variety of reasons why people relocate to the greater Salt Lake City area. Maybe it's a job transfer, retirement, just something different. I help people relocate to the area all the time, and there is a variety of reasons why people move to the greater Salt Lake City or northern Utah areas. So today I want to talk about 7 of the top reasons that people love living in northern Utah. So one of the top things, and it's one of the top requests I get from people relocating to Utah, is the mountain views. Now, these mountains behind me are not Salt Lake or northern Utah mountains. It looks like it. It's not even a screensaver, which it might look like it with those 2 perfect clouds back there, but it's not. However, in northern Utah, people absolutely love the mountain views. And it doesn't matter if you're in Salt Lake County, if you're in Weber County, Utah County, you just have amazing mountain views no matter where you're at in northern Utah. Well, okay, there's Eagle Mountain that doesn't really have the great views that you get in the other parts of the Wasatch Front. However, you can't beat the mountain views. After living in Denver for 6 months, I can tell you they have nothing on the views in Salt Lake City. Okay, the number 2 reason, if people are relocating to Utah, they're generally going to look at St. George and southern Utah areas, or they're going to look at the northern Utah areas of Salt Lake City. And I can tell you the summers are much milder, generally speaking, up in Salt Lake than they're going to be down in St. George or Hurricane and all of those, southern Utah desert areas. We have milder temperatures. We are still high desert in Salt Lake City. However, it's unusual for us to have over 105-degree days. It does happen, but it's far and few between compared to St. George, where you're consistently in the summertime 100+ degrees. Number 3, travel is easy out of Salt Lake City. It's just very convenient whether you're flying or you're driving and doing road trips. It doesn't matter. Travel is just easier in Salt Lake City. We have the international airport, which continues to be expanded, and it's one of Delta's major hubs. And Delta actually just announced this week that they're putting in a pilot training facility in Salt Lake City. So they are really hunkering down on making Salt Lake City a very big focus city for Delta. And we already have, nonstop flights to London and various places. So if you do travel for work, the international airport is great. Now, if you're looking at road trips, you are very conveniently located in Salt Lake. You can get to Glacier National Park almost to the Canadian border in 12-hour drive. You can make it to Vegas in about 6 hours. You can make it to Colorado in 8 hours. You can be in Phoenix, Arizona in 8-9 hours. And then, of course, driving, I used to drive to San Diego all the time, going back and forth from San Diego back to Utah after I moved here. And I could do that drive in about 11 hours without traffic. And then, of course, you have tons of national park options that you can get to from Salt Lake City. And like I said, you could get up to Glacier National Park. You could be in the Fabulous 5 here in Utah in a matter of 5 hours or less, depending on where you're going. You have Moab. I mean, there's just so much traveling possibilities here. So it doesn't matter where you're looking at for travel, driving, flying, East Coast, international, you have options in Salt Lake. Okay, number 4, and this was a really big thing for me, believe it or not. Growing up in San Diego, people think, oh, it's perfect weather all year long, but this was one of the big draws to me. All 4 seasons in Salt Lake City. I absolutely love having a fall, having a spring, having winter snow. It's just amazing. And people laugh, but it gets kind of boring growing up with palm trees and playing soccer on Christmas all the time like I did in San Diego. I love the flexibility of all 4 seasons. If you're looking at making a real estate move, reach out to me. Calling or texting me is best, but reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions that you may have about the area. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell. That way you're alerted each week when I drop a new video. I'm also going to make a huge announcement here within a week or two. So make sure you subscribe and get those notifications for that big announcement I have. Okay, number 5, the healthcare quality in Salt Lake City is really good, and it actually ranked number 2 in the United States according to some articles. Now, in 2022, Newsweek actually did an article and ranked the University of Utah healthcare system as number 31 of the world's best hospitals. And you're talking about competition like the Mayo Clinic and UCLA. Okay, number 6, and you might have just heard a glimpse of it when I was covering number 5, but it's all the outdoor activities that you can do in the greater Salt Lake City area and easily get to within a couple of hours. And all those outdoor activities, it makes it nice. So when it's snowing, of course, you can go snowshoeing, you can go skiing, and if you have kids, you might want to go sledding. And then you just heard the dirt bikers probably going past me. So you have those options: hiking, mountain biking. There's lakes. So if you're into reservoirs and boating, you can definitely do that as well. Finally, number 7, there are a lot of outdoor activities, markets, concerts, food truck nights, all kinds of things in the summer all around the Salt Lake City area. So if you are always looking for something outdoors to enjoy, something different, you can do that in the summer with the summer concert series that we have going on. Tons of outdoor markets. There's Park Silly on Sundays for part of the summer, all kinds of options. So actually, if you are on Facebook, go to our Facebook page and I'll drop that link down in the description for you of how to get there. But it's all about happenings all around Utah. If you're looking at making a real estate move, I'd love to connect with you. Like I said, calling or texting me is best, but I am always here to help. And as always, make it a great day.